Alright, we're going live with Hans Niemann versus Daniil Dubov. Wow, Hans is up 1 minute and 45 seconds in this game. What game is this? Okay, he's 3 games down in the match. They're playing 18 games. And the loser has to take a lie detector test. Now, we're watching it here on the Levitov Chess channel, so you're not going to get the clicking of the moves, I'm afraid. Okay, pawn blockaded. Whose passed pawns are they? Look at that A pawn. Surely going to decide the game. What's the material count? White's a pawn up as well. Anyway, I hope you're doing well this fine Saturday. I'm going to log on to this stream here from my phone so I can see comments. Okay, there we go. Queen's attacked. Surely Hans is going to clinch this one. Is he losing that pawn? No, the bishop on c3 is covering it. Takes. Whoa, what is that? Oh, the rook's tension's opened up. Wait, I'm confused. Why can't you take that knight? Oh, he just pushes the pawn. Check. So for anyone who doesn't know what's going on here, happy Saturday. Hans Niemann and Daniil Dubov, they are playing an 18-game blitz match in Moscow, Russia. And the loser's going to do a lie detector test. Okay, this is getting tense now. How did he lose that pawn? Check. Okay, so he's won his exchange back. Ah, he wins the queen. Okay, so Hans takes one. He is now trailing by 2 to Daniil Dubov. I'm going to hide this chat because I can't read it anyway. Actually, let's show the chat. What's the score? I think it's like... So it was 7.5, 4.5. So now I think it'll be 7.5, 5.5. Yeah, someone's just posted it in chat. Yeah, so Hans is still trailing by 2 games. The bit I'm confused about is it's all here on Lead Chess as well, but it seems to be like further ahead on the broadcast. So what was that? Game 12 did they just play? I think they've maybe played like 4 games today. So is there 5 games to go? Maybe? I think there must be 5 games to go. But they recycle the games really quickly here. So a 7.5, 5.5, someone's just said. So I think they've maybe played 4 now with 5 to go. Because coming into the day, it was 5.5, 3.5. So Hans has just won 1. Or maybe Hans has won 2 actually. Daniel's won 2. Oh no, they had a draw as well. I'm not sure. There's maybe like 4 games to go. So Daniel's doing commentary, of course. I wouldn't even be jumping on here to do some commentary, but Daniel's doing it in Russian. There is commentary as well on Hans Niemann's channel. Brandon's on there. Brandon Jacobson. Tell your friends. Well, I wouldn't go as far as start live streaming chess. Like, basically, you can't get a lot of this coverage for this Hans Dubov game, right? Like, none of the major sites are covering it. So, I don't know. I thought I'd jump on. But I'm a bit tired today. I've literally just come back from a jumble sale, which is just soul destroying. Like, you don't really want to be haggling with someone over 20p, do you? Or like, can I have 10p off when it's already like 15p or 20p? It's just absolutely soul destroying being at a jumble sale. But I was volunteering there, like it raises money for scouts. Do you have scouts in the US? We've got Beavers, Cubs, Scouts here, so it raises some money each year for that. Oh, okay. There's a few people covering it. Okay, Hikari too. Oh, good. Okay, so you got some better options than me. But yeah, if you want to stick around, watch on some epic cheese, we'll enjoy some high level elite blitz chess, then please feel welcome. I don't understand these views, like show us the board. So you can see it's a Queen's Gambit, declined. Now you got the Carlsbad pawn structure. I don't get this view. How can you see anything like this? Okay, finally we get a board here. Okay, Hans wants c5, of course. Now, what's the white plan going to be? Are you going to play for e4 one day? Okay, b4 first, to clamp on c5. b4, Hans can do anything else, of course. Okay, he's going for the old minority attack. Okay, fixes the structure. I quite like how Hans is playing this, to be fair. Knight takes, stops bishop d3 with the attacking ideas. Queen d6, nice move. Do you one day want to go bishop d8, c7, go for the checkmate? Maybe too slow. So black's got the isolated queen's pawn, but he gives attacking chances, right? You got outposts on c4, e4, you got some open files to work with. This is such a tough matchup for Hans. I mean, Daniil is a blitz beast, isn't he? You know, one of the best in the world. His classical chess isn't nearly classical chess rating is not nearly as high as his blitz chess rating, of course. But blitz, he's like, I'd say comfortably top 10 player, especially over the board. Like, it's a different kind of game to online, isn't it? In fact, why doesn't Daniil play more Titled Tuesday? I have no idea why we don't see him more in the top 10 of Titled Tuesday. But certainly every single year at the World Blitz, you know, he's killing it. Okay, he goes for the trade. Isolated pawn gone. I prefer black's position now. Little bit of space. A4 looks a bit tender, being targeted now. Overextended. Hans has surely got to be a little bit better here. I mean, we haven't got an evaluation bar, right? We can't always rely on Eval Barovic. Sometimes we've got to try and judge things for ourselves. Got some nice ideas. Maybe go h5, h4, h3 one day. Yeah, it's a little something to work with. Okay, does he win a pawn? I guess Daniil wants to invade on c7 if you win the pawn. Oh, he's not taking the pawn. Yeah, maybe because the queen invasion was just too much. Turn bar. Is he a former World Blitz champ? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, my pronunciation of Hans is quite bad. I just say Hans. Yeah, I'm not very good at pronouncing his name. He's only 2 games down, so if he can get, you know, a win here. And by the way, I don't really care who wins, but I just want to see a tight match. You know, it's a lot more exciting, isn't it? If going into the final couple games, it's really, really tight. h5 feels like a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think you want to let white go h5, really. But, I don't know. I think I'd be playing h5 here. He has won a big pawn there. That's the A pawn. So he's got a protected pass pawn. However, you got to get your queen back in the game. A bit offside. Do you go bishop c4 at the right moment? He just offers the trade to get the A pawn running. Turn bar, eval bar. Yeah, there's no evaluation bar. Oh dear. Need to wake up. Okay, counterplay. D6, D7 on the way fast. Bishop g4 could come, but then f5 obviously, so that's not really doing much good. Do you even rook lift, bro? Bishop e6. This is where Daniil's so good. Like, I thought black's doing really, really well, but now that pawn's running, it looks very dangerous. However, I suppose the bishop on e6 is a monster. Blockading it, well, stopping it advancing too much. Okay, he offers e-pawn for d-pawn. You can't yet go a4. The rook's going to take. Trying to think what you do here. Do you start bringing the king in? King g7, f6, e5 maybe? Probably, I guess, does white go d7, but then rook c7 and you maybe win the pawn? Hang on, why is he actually giving a pawn here? So he's offering the a pawn for... Ah, no, sorry, bishop b3. And you win an exchange. You win one of the rooks, don't you? If rook takes. Wow, that's a really, really good move. So then what are you doing? And now you've tied down one of the rooks. That was nice. Hang on, isn't that pawn just overextended? Gonna drop. Definitely dropping. And then the rook gets active. This is looking very promising for Hans. Dubov was world rapid champion. There's a lot of eyes on this match, isn't there? I think Magnus is playing chess today as well. I'll have a quick look at that after this game to see what's happening there. Because I know Magnus was going to play 3 games of classical chess this weekend for Offerspill, his club. So Hans still a pawn up. And it's a massive pawn. Question is, how do you make progress? Rook d2 maybe? Do you go for e3 at some point? Try and open the king? Oh, I don't like the rook trade. Okay, he denies it. I don't know. It feels like Hans's rooks are really good. Maybe try and invade. Connect 4. Yeah, this is looking really dangerous, isn't it? Black king's getting active. You can easily see it marching round to like g4 or something. Start pushing those king side pawns where you've also got a majority. 3 on 2. And the white bishop's a little bit stuck, isn't it? Can't actually get past because the b pawn's blocking it. Wait, what? Takes, pawn takes, rook takes. I'm trying to work out the idea. Oh, what? Do you just get really active? Oh, he's gone for the pin. Wow. Oh, and now he's gone for the counter shot. This is some cool chess. I did not see any of that. But how would you get the a pawn running? Was that even good for Hans? No, he is still a pawn ahead. But the rook comes behind the passed pawn. Yeah. This is so tough to evaluate. Nah, not my first live stream. I've done a few streams before, but not much to be fair. Streamed Magnus playing Titled Tuesday a few times. I don't sound brilliant today, apologies. Bit tired. Haven't been well this week. Suffering with a cold. Oh, that's a killer. That's a killer move. Okay, this is surely game over now. Like, bring the king somewhere safe. I don't know where. And then, yeah, win a pawn. Oh, this is got to be game over. Got to be. Because you bring the... I don't understand. Bring the king to b2. Build the bridge. Yeah. Wow. Is that 2 in a row for Hans? He's just won that one with black. Did he win the one with white? Oh, damn. Let me have a look here. What games are these? I'm getting so confused. Game 10. Game 11. I don't know if these are games from... I don't know. I'm getting really confused as to what these games are on League Chess. I'm just going to have a quick look at Magnus because I think he's playing. Oh, League Chess is delayed. Okay. Where's the... yeah, I think it's this one here. Norway League. Yeah, spoiler alert. If you don't want to see what Magnus did, then don't look. Oh, did Magnus not play? Oh, no, that's Asker Burham. Okay, where's Offerspill? Oh, maybe Magnus didn't play because I thought he was going to be playing Adjustine. Right, there's a simpler way to do this, actually. Oh, okay, he did play. Oh, he played yesterday too. March 7th. Ah, he played Adjustine yesterday. Or Agdestine. That's his old coach. I think Adjustine was like his first coach. Okay, sorry, they started a new game. We'll leave Magnus alone. Okay, it's this Italian game again. With the B3 V-wing setup thing that Hans has been playing. He's obviously prepared it for this match. Putting that bishop on c4 and then all the pawns. Big old light squared prison. Surely you take that bishop on g5. I guess maybe Daniil's saying have my bishop pair, it's not a big deal, the position's closed. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like White's position. Feels like you're more in control of the pawn breaks, like b4, d4. Obviously, Black's got f5 at some point, but you know the knight on e3 is looking at that. The queen's looking at the pawn on h5, of course, as well. You got to be mindful of that. Definitely feels like White's got a little something here. Black's a bit more cramped. If you go c6, you give up the b6 square. Looks a bit ugly with the pawn on a5. Okay, but f5 is obviously the game plan. Maybe takes and then go f5. Oh yeah, thanks for putting that in the chat. So it's 7.5, 6.5. So Hans is just one game down now. But what I don't know is how many more games they've got to play. I'm trying to work out how many they've played in the day. Maybe when this game's done, I'll have a quick look at how many games to go. Oh, d5, big break, good play. Okay, suddenly I'm liking Black because you've saddled White with the isolated queen's pawn. That knight on e7, perfectly poised to come to d5, even f5, attack the pawn. You can attack c7, but can't you just go c6? No issues. Oh, he takes first. Why on earth did Dubov do that? What was wrong with c6? Were you giving up dark squares or something? I don't know. Oh, nice move. And then he's going to take on d4 with the rook. Although you're hanging b7. Okay, the whole thing's gotten weird now. I have no clue how to evaluate this position. What a move. What a move. Alright, Kramnik's getting ready to do a massive procedure. Who finds knight d3? Holy moly. The moke is on fire. There's no smoke without fire. There's no moke without fire. Mokey Bear is on an outrageous tactical run right now. This is why he went #1 on Chess.com. Tactics like that. Absolutely outrageous move. So pawn takes. You hit the 7th. Looks terrible. Takes. Knight c5. Oh, he takes there first. That knight's going to become a bit of a monster now, isn't it? On c5. Headed for e6. This is why you should never play f6. You know, Lord Hans Feingold knows this. He's obviously a cousin of Hans Niemann. So they talk regularly. Hans knows the dangers of someone going f6. He's worked extensively with Hans Feingold. So f6, always a stinker. That e6 square coming back to haunt. Sorry, hard to keep up with the comments. Just got it on my phone down here. I don't have 2 screens. I need to get the second screen. Right, let's go. Rook d1. Take the knight. Then look for tactics. There goes rook c1. After going king g2, so that you don't walk into knight e2 check. Hans has definitely got the advantage here. Don't trade the knights. Knight e4, surely. Head for d6. Knight e4, rook d7. What's the follow-up? Rook c8, but then f5. Oh, he goes that way. Okay. Definitely feels like white should keep pieces on the board here. You know, the b7 pawn's a big target. There's some weak squares around the black king, more so than the white king. Wow, he's like a minute ahead on the clock. It's quite a bit. I have to say, I love watching really good players just massage these kind of positions. Like, not rush it, know that they're a little bit better, try and get their opponent to crack. Okay, so Daniil wants to invade. Go for that B pawn, presumably. Do you have to now drop back with knight d7? Surely you don't go knight d8. It looks so stinky. I feel like you've surely got to go rook d7. Oh, he goes for the knight. That's a bold decision. Wait, why can't you go knight b6 and then just take on b7? What was wrong with knight b6? Pawn down. Hans just takes it. I'm a bit surprised he took that pawn. And now, of course, he wants to win the A pawn, get the 2 connected runners. Daniil's trying to create the passed H pawn. Oh, what a move. What a move. Don't let him have the passed H pawn. Have you got time for rook b6, rook a6? Get those pawns running? I don't know. I guess black's going king g4, takes on h4. Black pawn runs. I don't know if you've got the tempos or not. Rook b6 to a6 is 1 move, 2 move, then move the rook, then run your pawn. It's about 6 moves. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. This is getting so tense. Do you march in king b4 and then use that black pawn as like an umbrella? Ah, he stopped king b4. He should have played king b4 already, I feel. No? It's going that way. I have no clue which direction the king should have run in then. Okay, B pawn's running. Oh, game over. Blundered, and he's losing the B pawn. Oh, what a move. What a move. And you make the queen with check as well. He's getting moped. Don't mope the bear. This is what you get. Wow. This is one hell of a comeback. I mean, Hans has got his tail up now. I think that's 7.5 each. The match is leveled up. This is crazy. What's my ELO? Depends what you're talking, really. But around 2100 in like all formats, like my over the board rating in English Chess Federation, and then in Chesscom and stuff as well. 16, 17, oh good, someone just told me 3 games to go. 16, 17, 18, right, we've got 3 games to go. Oh, okay, this is actually getting quite exciting now. I need to wake up here. Oh, right, Catalan, named after a chess playing cat called Alan, as you all know. Castles. Wow, this is getting tense now. A5, keep the bishop. Do you take the knight? No, he's dropping back. B3. Sorry, my wife's sending me the menu. We're getting a Nepalese for dinner. I'm just gonna tell her to order for me. Order for me, please. I don't think I've ever had a Nepalese. Alright, what's going on here? Isolated queen's pawn again. Clearly knight e4 is on the way. You can't go f3 because of the pin. Even if you could go f3, do you want to go f3? So he's trying to get rid of that monster bishop on c5. Bishop d6, I guess, is the move. Oh, knight d7. Just offering the bishop. That's where I get too attached to my bishops at times. Sometimes I'll like not understand that, you know, the bishop pair is not everything. Not that necessarily bishop d6 was a bad move, but, you know, maybe not the best. I slightly prefer white's position, but I guess it's because I'm just more used to white's position. Having said that, you got some problems with the a3 pawn. You can't go rook c1, can you? Because the pawn hangs. You can't go b4. You can't go to knight f5 now. I think Hans is doing a really nice job here of actually taking squares away and activating his pieces. Okay, so Daniil does just sack a pawn. Ah, but he's on the bishop on a6. That's nice. Takes, bishop takes. Rook takes bishop. Yeah, you can't take on e1. You don't want to be given 2 bishops for a rook. If knight... Oh, Hans might be in trouble here. Because the pawn on d5's dropping now, isn't it? Wow, okay, that was a big, big move. Hans just missed b4. He missed that the bishop on a6 was hanging. They say, don't they, loose pieces drop off. And it's the same issue here. You know, the bishop on a6, it's loose, it's not protected. Classic tactical shot that it created. b4, what a move. I hope your wife gets some momos. I don't even know what momos are. Sherpa's soup. Okay, so Niemann's going to have to grovel now. Oh, that is a big move. So bishop b7, chop off the bishops. You'd love to go knight c6, but the knight on e5's there. So surely now you go like knight d3. Oh, he just does it straight away. Wow. Oh, because the knight on f6 hanging. Okay, yeah, Niemann's just getting absolutely spanked this game. Wait, so what do you play then? Rook e8? Probably rook... Oh no, then you bishop on d6 hangs. Okay. Queen c7? But then rook c1? Oh no, well, oh no, you just take the exchange on... Yeah, this is just game over, isn't it? This is game over. I don't even see a move. Like, well, you can sack an exchange, obviously, but... Oh. Because then the rook's on the queen. Great move. Nice. So what do you play now? Queen b3, though? Queen b3, queen c7. Wow, great move. Rook d7. Probably the only way to stay roughly in the game. And now sets up tactics for black. Knight d5. Wow. So knight takes, queen takes. His hand's about to win back that pawn on c6. Oh my word. This is going to be one of the greatest turnarounds I've seen in a while. How Dubov must have been winning there. What has he done? Take on c6. Win the pawn. Oh, did he touch move? Oh. Something's kicking off between the players. Maybe he touched a piece. Dubov's saying you have to move it. And Hans is like, yeah, I know. I do know that. That's my guess. I don't know what kicked off between them there. But my guess is it's like... Oh, he resigns. He resigns. What was happening there? Wait a second. Ah, because you take the queen, but you take on c8, and it's actually not just check, it's mate because of the bishop on b2. And all you can do is put pieces in the way. Wow. Nice finish. Nice finish. Should we rewind to the drama? Look at this. Right, so what does Hans... Oh, he sends the knight flying. I guess Daniil's still claiming touch move. Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit bad etiquette by Daniil. Like, so Hans has gone to touch the piece and sent it flying. And then he's saying, you've touched it, you've got to move it. But like, I think you got to give someone the benefit of the doubt. If they then didn't move that piece, they tried to move a separate, then you say, what you doing? You touch that piece. But otherwise, you're just interrupting their train of thought on their time when they're trying to think. I don't know. That's just my take. Ooh, what do we think in the comments? Yeah. Right, I'll put on ×2 speed just to catch it up. Right, what we got? Some kind of... What is this come from? Oh, kind of Sicilian. I didn't even notice the C pawn was gone. It was confusing me. Okay. So we got 2 games to go. Okay. Yeah, you feel like Daniil is going to shut this one down to a draw, right? Like, White's got the better pawn structure, but it's not usually enough just to have one weakness to target. And is that D pawn even that weak? Not going to be that weak, is it? It's fairly well protected. Did Hans just blunder? I suppose I was thinking that's the pawn to protect. Obviously, if takes on h2, rook h1, you crash through on h7. Should the knight spin back to e5? Do you first play h5, h3, knight e5? Somehow Niemann's going to have to open a second front of attack. You know, you need to. It's the principle of two weaknesses. You need to create that second weakness. Whoa, he offers a second pawn. I think the idea is that if you take it, f3, and the knight's trapped, and there isn't a way to actually get it out in time, just rook h1 and you'll pick it up. And now you kind of want your king on f8 maybe to go rook e8. Having said that, you probably don't want to swap the rooks because you need to protect the d pawn. Ooh, don't know if I love that. Rook e4, you hit two things. Oh, but the knight's coming to f5. Fair enough. Can you go rook g4 and then g3? Or maybe that's the wrong plan. Maybe at some point you want to get your knight to b4 and c6. I'm not sure. Do you go f4 now? Kind of looks tempting, but again, I don't know. But then there could be knight g3, but then you take with check. And rook g4 check. Not sure. Yeah, so Dubov is one game up with 2 to go. 2 to play. Yeah, that's a nice move. Coming to g4 with check, of course. The king can then sit on d3. It's not overly stable there because the knight can come to c5 or f5. Sorry, f4. I'm getting a shout out on the Russian channel. Lucky me. To be fair, I think there's a lot of English streams. Like I think Hikaru's doing one, isn't he? Someone said, and on Hans Niemann's channel as well, there's some people doing some stuff. So, oh, he's gone there. I guess to be fair, on g4 you give the check, but then where are you going? At the end of the day, what we really need to understand here is who had their mushrooms for breakfast. Because whoever had the pan-fried mushroom is clearly going to have the advantage in these final tense moments. You know, this is where we separate the men from the boys. 2 games to go. Who can hold then? Oh, what was that? Distract the king, win the knight on e7. Pawns dropping. Whoa. Has Hans just Magnused Daniil? Just like taken an endgame where he's slightly better and just, oh, he resigns, the knight's trapped. Whoa. What are they saying now? Surely they're not analysing the game. Oh my goodness. So it's leveled up 8.5 each. Wow. How many games to go? Is there 1 to go? Or 2 to go? Are they going to be friends after this long? Yeah, rumour has it they're going out for dinner together afterwards. Maybe then hit a cocktail bar, have a couple drinks, see where the night takes them. And then maybe just, I don't know, catch a film tomorrow, cup of coffee. I think they're going to be besties after this. Once they finish the Climactic lie detector test. Now, it's not confirmed, but rumour has it it's actually Big Bad Vlad, current world champion, who's going to be conducting the lie detector test. But there's some strict rules around it. You know, he wants them stripped naked, cavity search. There's a lot going on before the actual lie detector test can take place. This should be known. No, not current world champion. Current world champion. There's a difference. Vlad the Implier. Should we see what's going on his X, just for a laugh? Vladimir Kramnik. I wonder if he's watching. Okay, he's bashing Chesscom again. Nothing new there. Sorry, internet keeps collapsing. Okay. All right, we'll get back to some chess. Dubov does not look impressed. He wears that jumper all the time, doesn't he? Absolutely loves that jumper. It's like his lucky jumper or something. Does anyone know if there's 1 game or 2 games to go? Damn, this is tense. Let's go 9 each. Oh, so if it's a draw, they'd have 9 each. Oh, look, it says game 18. Ooh. All right. Catalan. Wow. Okay, yeah, both players, like, there's no messing about anymore, is it? It's sudden death. You lose this, you lose the match. You take a naked lie detector test. I might have just added the naked bit, but they're both playing like their best stuff now. And the thing is, of course, Dubov was Magnus's second at least once, maybe twice, I can't remember. So he did a lot of work in the Catalan with Magnus, because Magnus played this in the World Chess Championship, didn't he? Which one was it? It was against Nepo, wasn't it, I think? In 2021? 22? I can't remember. So he's a bit of an expert on the Catalan. Okay, pawn's hanging on c6. Okay, black's position looks good, doesn't it, really? Once you get c5, you're chilling. Rubber ducky. Spins the knight around, opens the bishop. Queen e1, bishop a5 could be a little bit tasty, but Hans isn't going to give you all the time. Oh, I called it. Oh my goodness. I should be a super cheese master. How did I find that maneuver? I'm proud of myself. And Hans just says, yeah, fine, play it. I'm going queen... I was going to say d6, but yeah, that square makes a lot more sense. Takes. Yeah, I mean, this is looking very drawish at this top level, like pawn structure-wise and everything. But you do have the imbalance of the bishops, of course. But how good are those bishops really? I don't know. Black's on the open file already. Coming to the next open file as well. Although the bishop on a5 is annoying, isn't it? You can't go rook d8. Oh, Hans is complaining. Is someone making noise maybe off to the left? Yeah, they have got all their bits out. Will we see a rook lift? I don't know, bro. It's what the people want. It's what we came for. It's honours even on the clock. They're both keeping good control of the time management. Dubov's actually quite a blitzer. Like, I can remember videos I've seen in the past where he's like blitzing. He's got more time than he started with. And it's like move 20. He reminds me of Nepo a bit like that. Sometimes he blitzes like it's insane. It's so good. It's powerful chess. But then he can just slip up, like lose concentration for a second. I stopped paying attention. How did that bishop go from a5 to d4 and then Hans rumbled all his pawns from the light squares to the dark squares? It feels like that was a good development for Hans. So what happens then if they draw this game? Some kind of sudden death. Maybe they have to do chess boxing if they draw. You know, it goes to just a full fisty fight. Rook c1 now. Try and get knight c6. Or actually, wait a second. Can you play f4 and knight c6? I mean, it looks really weakening, but you do win in exchange. Queen covers e3. No, it doesn't do it. f4, knight g4, knight c6, queen b6. Hans is playing with fire though. Like, you know, is f4 any good? I don't know. Probably not. It's probably too weakening, but you've always got to think about it. I mean, if I'm white here, I'm trying to flick in pawn h3 at some point just to cover those knight jumps. And there it is. Now he goes f4. Let's go. Where's Andrea Botes when you need her? So where do you go? You can't. You see, you want to go to c4, but you can't. You want to go to g4, but you can't. Knight c6. Oh, knight d7. Okay. First trading a pair of rooks. I suppose you want now knight c5, knight e4. At some point, maybe king g7. Although you don't want to get nastily pinned. White, maybe you want to go what? King h2, support the knight on d4, maybe play e4, e5. But actually, does that do much for you? Probably not. You just make your knight loose. Somehow you want to invade. Hang on, why can't you go rook c4? Rook c4, maybe queen c2. Well, you're walking into pins though, actually. Queen a6 could be nasty. So he does that one. Queen c2, surely? Comes off the wrist. Oh, now he goes back. A threat is knight c6. Yeah, there's some nasty weaknesses in the black position. That's quite a nice move because you also cover e7 and anticipate that check. But Han's very much on the defensive here. However, if he can get e5, fair play. This is some classy chess, I have to say. To sort of see queen d6, that wasn't an obvious move. Rook e8, queen f8. I mean, I'm not saying it's good chess. I don't actually know what's going on here, but it's quite good fight. Okay, this is ominous. This could be the end here. Dubov's got a significant advantage, especially if he wins a second pawn. So Hans has just got to fight, open up the king. Obviously wants h5. If white goes h4, then you give up g4, which looks really dangerous. Plus then you take on e3. Do you even take on e5? It's very ugly. Probably not, because e3 is weak. Okay, so Hans does that. I kind of preferred pushing h4 first, but fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't push h4 first. Feels like the wrong move order, but maybe I was missing something. Queen c5. This could be it. This could be the end for Hans Niemann. However, the glimmer of hope here, of course, is the white king isn't safe as houses, is it? And Daniil's down on time now, 18 seconds. And knights are tricky guys. So anything could happen. What about queen c2? Or queen c1 even. Oh no, wait, you're rook though. Then you're going to lose... Then you're going to lose two knights for a rook. Do you go queen f5? Oh, oh my goodness. What a move. What is that? Oh, because if... Wait, queen takes, knight takes. But what if you... Why couldn't you have gone rook takes d7 there? What was wrong with that? Anyway, game goes on. Okay, so now we're back level, I guess. White does have the chance to create the... do you go b4 now? Oh, it does b3. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, but the knight comes back. This doesn't look right. The knight's coming to c3. Oh, you're trading those pawns for each other. But then there is going to be knight d2. Do you go bishop c4? Yeah. Oh, what a move. Defending. Or has he played it yet? Is he still thinking? Still thinking. What's the issue? Knight b1. Yeah, I was going to say b4 though. This is getting crazy. Fair play to Hans. He went for the ambitious line there. Because... is he in time with the king? b6, king d8, b7. Oh, he's in time. Dubov's down to 5 seconds. B7. Can he cover? Yes, he can. Knight C6, I guess. I guess a draw with best play. But anything can happen now, really. Knight B8. Ooh. You win the pawn, but at what expense? That's a great move. Always play F6. I've said it many times on the channel. Always play F6. Oh, king marches in. So he's looking to... Oh, does that work? That's incredible if that works. Oh no, the knight comes back around. Holy moly. Hang on a second though. Oh, that's a... I got no idea what's going on. Has Dubov just done it? Oh, he flags. He flags. Whoa. That was such a good game by Dubov. Oh my word. Oh, look at Hans' face. That is the fine margins of elite chess. He's got to now do a lie detector, one question under polygraph, and Dubov gets to pick the question. Oh my goodness. What a finish. What an insane game. That has got to be the game that I recap later on. Oh my. So Dubov wins the match 9.5, 8.5. Could it have been any closer? Oh wow. Should we have a quick look at Hans Niemann's channel? I want to see the reaction. What's going down in chat? Can you guys see the chat? Yeah, you can. Let the lie detector speak for itself. Where to see the poly? It's being streamed live on Climactic X Twitter. Oh, 100k as well. Hi. Oh, I forgot about that they were playing for 100k. Jeez. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I don't know where Hans gets all this money from. He's like, I don't know. He's got some side hustles going, I tell you. The moke speaks for itself. Wow. What's Brandon saying? I don't know this guy, Cena. Whoops.
Let's see.
So what do you think, chat? Do we call up pawns right now, or do we give? Let's give him a minute to.
Can you guys hear this audio? Hikaru's belly laughing.
Okay, yeah, the Lee Chess broadcast of the games are still a bit delayed. So.
We definitely want to talk to him.
Can you guys hear the audio on Brandon and Cena? You can hear. Okay, cool.
Wow. Okay.
What happens now? Is it like a live?
What do you guys think? Do we call him or do we let him rest?
Yeah, let's see if we can.
They're gonna call.
Get Hans on.
Oh, they're gonna call Hans. Oh man.
Message him first. Call him.
By the way, is this chess Inception? When you've got like a stream within a stream, have we just achieved Inception?
Call him and ask why I didn't go A4. I think it's too soon.
Oh, A4. What was that just?
Okay.
They're speaking in Russian, guys. I mean, if you want to hear it, you can.
Oh,
okay, Brandon, I'm gonna step out for 1 second. We'll see if we can get Hans, and I'll be back in a minute.
All right, cool. Go for it.
All right, we got to stop on
That
this.
was insane. That was
Stream
unbelievable.
5 more
I mean,
seconds while
like,
they try to get hands on.
I think all of our hearts were stopping for a moment there, but yeah, I mean, it looked like he was just fizzling out. Yeah, I would love to break it down. The issue is I'm
That
not in charge of the stream
that
setup, so I don't know how
move
to pull up analysis board.
that move by Dubov.
Like I don't have access to this is Hans's stream. I'm just on the camera, so I don't have access to like the stream layout. So I would love to break it down, but yeah, no, that was I think we all have to kind of applaud Dubov here.
Oh, where's the remaining
fight.
moves?
I mean,
Oh, they're coming through still.
Hans definitely let
Look
it get
at
out
that.
of hand.
Look at that.
Like
That is the most incredible
knight
cube
B1,
I've
knight
ever
C1.
seen.
He was definitely over pushing. It was still a draw,
Look
but
at that.
for Dubov's awareness to realize in that moment, that's his one chance.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think they're
Oh,
both
it's still
just
a
kind of wondering
draw.
what happened and
You take
recollecting
here.
themselves, so
Here.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Obviously, there's a lot of money on the line too, but I think
Oh, check.
it's not really about the money, right? It's about for them, it's about the prestige of the match.
So
Right.
good. So good.
Yeah, exactly. Easy win, no sweat. Total class difference, not even close. Yeah,
But
G4 was drawn. Okay. Yeah, I felt like it was probably still a draw with correct
But
play.
coming back here, of
to
course,
try that
like
in
what
2
Brandon's
seconds is just
saying.
incredible.
Where were we? Like here. Hans had this. Yeah, so he didn't have to do that. He had this comfortable like.
Do we have Hans on the line?
Still waiting to see if we can get in touch. But
All right,
do you want to take a look at the ending of that last game and try to
I would love to.
pull it off?
Oh, I might call it a day in a moment on this stream. Yeah, the match is over. So, yeah, the match is over. So Hans has lost. He'll do the polygraph soon. Like, I don't know, at some point.
Okay. Okay, I think we got the moves here.
Welcome back, everyone,
So-
for today's video.
Okay, yeah. So
We're going to be watching
free to
Brandon and
just
Cena
chime in, Brandon. But I guess after
analyze
here
the
it
game.
seemed like Dubov was just
Sorry about my American accent.
clean
Not very
pawn
good.
Yeah, so Hans definitely got a little bit nervous, but I had the feeling that he was going to kind of survive this position. So he's down a pawn here, but the thing is, White's king is not entirely happy, right? So
Yeah.
with correct play, apparently it was winning for White, but I mean, Queen C4 is so logical, and already after Queen D6, Black is getting a ton of counterplay.
Yeah.
And you could even, at some point, maybe even win a second pawn in A4. But the thing is, it's all about Black's piece placement, right? And I think Hans did a very, very good job of creating counterplay here. And that's the thing with these guys, right? They're so hard to put away. Like, you can kind of get outplayed a little bit. You can kind of make some inaccuracies, but
Yeah.
to actually convert these positions to win is
This
a
is
whole
what I
different
was
ballgame.
saying. I'm surprised you didn't
And
play H4
I think
here.
yeah, after take, Hans did a very good job of. So apparently Queen C5 was a blunder. Knight B8.
Knight B8.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but who finds
But
that?
yeah, I don't know who's finding that with
It's a
seconds
weird
on the
move.
clock.
Okay, Queen E4 is normal, and then yeah. So here it seemed like it just
That
kind of
move
fizzled
was-
out.
Yeah, so here was pretty much we all thought it was going to be a draw, and I think Hans's problem started with a few little panic moments when he was low on time. So knight D3, yeah, this was normal. B3, A3, and there was this moment here after knight E4, knight C2, knight D2, bishop C4.
Here,
Where
right?
he kind of hesitated. He played knight b1. He put the knight back on d2, and he sort of hesitated with his hand a little bit. And I think he realized probably knight takes c4, taking on a2, sort of simplifies the position. And it should just be a draw. But he decided to go for knight b1 anyway, which apparently does actually lose. Wow.
Love the
Interesting,
ambition,
okay.
though.
But okay, I'm sure after this it was a draw again. So wait. Yeah, no. Okay, here I was wondering exactly. So Dubov went for the safe approach with knight takes
Bishop
a3.
D5, yeah.
But he could actually keep the
Bishop
bishop with bishop
D5.
d5.
And then you dominate
And
that knight on D2.
The thing is, Black's knight on c1 is completely useless now because
Wow.
he's never going to win the pawn on a2.
Wow, yeah.
Now the
Bishop
b-pawn just sort of
D5
runs.
is a killer.
And actually, both Black's knights can't really get out. So this was
Yeah.
actually a huge chance for him, but he missed this chance. He took an a3. So we reached this kind of knight endgame where White is an outside passer, but I mean, as we saw, this was the sort of plan to kind of distract Black's king while you run the king to the king setting, try to collect the other pawns. But I mean, this should still, of course, be a draw. It's a knight endgame, even pawns. But go for it, and we'll see what happened.
Yeah. So normal, and then
f6. Great move.
Okay,
Yeah.
Whoa.
still a total draw. Interesting.
So in this
Yeah,
position
but
after
not
G5,
not
I
an
think we all
easy
assumed King E6 was going to happen.
not an easy draw to find.
And then
I was thinking though, taking on h4
yeah, for take exactly. Knight
seemed more
C6.
logical.
Everything will trade off. Okay, white will have an extra H pawn in the end, but then black's king will run to the corner. This is a simple draw.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the test is coming. The test is coming.
Right.
But
but G4
yeah, he goes for
was
G4.
really good practical.
Yeah, I
counter.
was thinking takes on h4 here. It felt so much more natural just to get that
So-
pawn
I just
running.
lose.
HG actually loses immediately.
So
I guess
GH
Hans didn't like
so
the
what is the
idea of
draw,
like
yes?
knight f3.
GH.
This is the line I just looked
Takes,
at.
yeah, so you have to. Yeah, I assume starting with H3 is smart. So force the knight to F3 to stop black's pawn. And honestly, what I think the idea is one of the potential ideas behind taking the H pawn instead of the G pawn is that you're actually clearing up your own pawns so that your knight has space to stop the H pawn. So now let's imagine black plays knight C6 as the computer says. I mean, okay, I don't know, H6, knight H2 probably transposes. Knight E5.
Knight e5.
H7.
What? Oh, to distract the knight.
Knight F7. Actually, okay, yeah. So black creates kind of play inside with H2. But another idea I was thinking about is that we can see in the game after HG4,
Right.
H5, Knight D7, is that black's his own.
Alright.
In some situations, black's
I'm gonna
own
click
pawns
off this.
stop his knight from being able to get out. So we saw this in
guys.
the game. The problem.
But I want to check something. When he played rook e3, yeah, why can't you go here to protect your queen? What's the problem? Oh, so because you got this at the end of the line. Because I'm thinking 2 minors for the rook, that's good, right? Queen d6. Oh, h4. I'm surprised this is like minus 1.4. I guess it's the exposed king. But that's a really difficult evaluation to understand. Like, white's got the 2 minors, black's got a weak king to an extent, potential to create a passed pawn. I'm surprised that wait, what? This? I'm surprised that, this is apparently so much better for black, but it feels very difficult to play. Okay, I don't know. Alright, I think this is the game I'm going to analyse later, but I'm probably going to have some food first and that sort of thing. Thank you very much for watching along with me. It was good fun. And yeah, I'll see you later, hopefully, on the channel for a recap. Yeah, thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.